Hey there, this is Bill Schultheis. I'm the creator of the Coffeehouse Investor, and my mission is to work with all of you so that together we can help each other build wealth, ignore Wall Street, and get on with our lives. And if there was ever a time in our lives when we are challenged to really ignore Wall Street and focus on our creativity and our ingenuity and our productivity, today's the day, now's the moment. I want to share with you a whiteboard presentation that I have shared with countless coffeehouse investors over the past 20 years. It was kind of spurred on by a text that I received a couple of days ago from a friend. She said, "Hey Bill, all that money in my 401k is going to bounce back, right?" And I want to share with her this whiteboard presentation. I want to remind her of the importance of creating a financial game plan so that our financial game plan really guides us in making investment decisions today. When we don't have a financial plan in place, all too often we let the emotions of the moment dictate our investment decisions. In creating a financial plan, we've got to have some basic assumptions of what we expect our portfolio to return over the next 10 to 20 years. And we're thinking that fixed income investments like bonds and CDs are going to return about 1.5% to 2.5% over that time period. On the common stock side of things, we're looking at returns of about 6% to 8% over the next 10 to 20 years. Now I want to be very clear. I'm not predicting these returns. I'm simply saying that these are good, solid numbers to integrate in a financial planning arena. But what's really important is that we make adjustments on a periodic basis in our portfolio based on what happens in the markets and based on what happens in our lives. Now, coffeehouse investors, we all have a laser-like focus of capturing as much of the stock market's return over the next 10 to 20 years as we can. In this case, it's 7%. That's easily accomplished by building a portfolio of low-cost, passively managed funds and index funds. And when I share this with coffeehouse investors, when I share this graph with my friend, you can see that the stock market is an extremely volatile beast. It's 2 steps forward and 1 step back. That's the way it's been over the past 100 years, and that's the way it's going to be over the next 100 years. That's the stock market for you. But when we're living in the moment of the 1 step back, sometimes it can be a little unnerving. In my career in the financial services industry, I've lived through a few 1 steps back, and it's no fun. I remember the stock market crash of 1987 when the stock market plummeted almost 25% in one day. It seemed like the world was going to end, but we moved on. In 2007 and 2008, many of us lived through and invested through the financial crisis. And if the world wasn't coming to an end, it certainly seemed like the financial markets were going to implode. But we figured out a way to move through it. Today, we're all dealing collectively with the coronavirus pandemic that is around the world. And no one knows how we're going to address it. But I'm convinced through our collective creativity and ingenuity, we will address this problem. The bottom of the market will eventually turn around and it will reflect the continued ongoing productivity of the global economy in the months, in the years to come. The challenge is to kind of stay the course with our financial plan during these times, because any efforts to take our money out of the stock market and put it on the sideline until things get better really works against us over the long haul, because the more we are active in our portfolios today, the less likely we are to capture the stock market's return over the next 10 to 20 years. And so I want you to keep that in mind when you're thinking about making adjustments to your portfolio. I also want you to take a moment and share this video with someone in your life who may be feeling some anxiety over what's unfolding in the stock market in relation to the global economy. I'm convinced that working together, you and I can help each other build wealth, ignore Wall Street, and get on with our lives. Hey, this is Bill Schultheis. I'm the creator of the Coffeehouse Investor. I'll catch you next week.